Good afternoon, everyone. Let's make a start from where we were last time. What did we just had? We just had some Nitotes, hadn't we? Likewise was Tom's translation, as in likewise the Phrygian companions and happy Julius press on. Ipse ante. Ipse is describing here Aeneas, so the ipse at the beginning of it coming over to mean Aeneas. So Aeneas himself, handsome, we could say, Aeneas and Aeneas himself, Pulcherimus, most handsome, before alios omnis, before all the others, carries himself, or advances, and joins himself, and joins her company as an ally, as a comrade, socium. Qualis, such as when, as soon as you see that, get ready for your simile, like when, and then we've got to go all the way over to the Apollo on the next bit. Like when Apollo, so such as when Apollo leaves Lycia, such as when Apollo deseret leaves Lycia, leaves Lycia, leaves Lycia, his hibernam, his wintry Lycia, his winter home in Lycia, and he invisit, visits his. So I'm sorry, he leaves Lycia, his winter home, and the streams of Xanthus, I forgot, and the Fluenta and the streams of Xanthus, and he invisit, and he visits his mother's home on Delos, and he instauratque, and he restarts the dance, and restarts and renews the dance, while mingling around, while mingling circum around the altars, the Cretans and Dryopes, and consider all the exoticism of this image, and the painted and the tattooed Agathyrsians, fremont, roar, raise their voices. Ipse, he himself, consider the meter here, he himself treads on the jugis, he himself treads on the ridges of Cynthus, and he shapes and binds. So he himself treads on the ridges of Cynthus, and I'm sorry, I've completely lost my place here. He himself rages on the I found it, yes. On the ridges of Cynthus, and he premit, and he shapes and binds his fluentem. There we go. And he premit, shapes, and shaping, he presses, he binds his fluentem crinem, his flowing hair, with molly fronde, with soft foliage, and he implicat, and he entwines it with gold. His tela, his arrows, the missiles, his arrows, rattle, shake on his shoulders. I love that bit. Haud segnior, not more slowly than that, as in even more quickly than that, not more slowly than that, went Aeneas. Such glory shone forth from his noble, from his egregio ore, from his glorious face. After ventum, imagine it being ventum est, after they came to the mountain heights, after they ventum est, after they came to the altos, into the mountain heights, into the heights of the mountains, and the pathless lairs, lustra, look, ferai. Wild goats, dislodged from the rocky peaks. Ferai, Capri, where we get the island of Capri from. Wild goats, look, wild goats, directi, dislodged from the peaks of the rocks, ran down the ridges. Decorrere, historic infinitive, scampered down the ridges. In another part, alia de parte, in another part, Cerwi, the stags, emphatic position there, not to the end of the sentence. Cerwi, the stags. In another part, the stags. Dash, I've said, transmittunt. In another part, the stags dash across the patentis, the open fields, and they glomerant and they collide together, they group together in their dusty flight, amidst the dusty flight. So the stags rush down across the open moors and they band together in their dusty flight. As they relinquent and they band together, glomerant, as they leave behind the mountains. Where am I? At Puer, but in the midst of the valleys, but in Medis, in the middle of the valleys, the young Ascanius, Puer it is here, the boy Ascanius, reminding us of his youth, Gaudet, but in the middle of the valleys, the young Ascanius rejoices, Gaudet, in his fierce, in his acri echo, in his fierce horse. And he gallops, praeterit, past now these, jamque hos, anafra, jamque illos, now those on his cursu, on his route. Comma, he optat, he prays that a spumantem, he's praying for danger, that a spumantem aprum, that a foaming boar, dari, be given in his prayers, to his prayers, amongst the inertia pecora, amongst the harmless herds. Or that a fulvum leonem, or that a tawny lion descend from the mountain. Very good, everyone. I'll see you all on Tuesday. Have a lovely weekend.